Clayton Homes of Burleson is committed to helping you and your family find the manufactured home of your dreams. Come tour our fully furnished display models to see available features and floor plans. Have you dreamed of owning a home that you can customize to fit your style? Our friendly team members are experts in showing you our homes that fit your needs and your budget. We are proud to be able to offer new, energy, smart zero homes that can save you even more money in the high-quality Clayton-built home. Stop by our home center to start your home buying journey today. Conveniently located at 3275 South Burleson Boulevard, that is I-35 West at exit 30, or visit our website at claytonhomesburleson.com. Clayton Homes of Burleson.
We'll bring the open space so you can bring the inspiration. We'll provide the kitchen island so you can make the memories. We'll give you the spa so you can take a break. We'll build your perfect house so the love you bring can make it the perfect home. Save thousands on your perfect home during the inventory clearance event going on now.
This is how you read, Carl. You go from the top, from this side, and you read left to right.
Okay, fantastic.
Left to right.
Fantastic.
Hey, welcome in, everybody. It's another edition of Experience the Burleson Difference, episode 20.
No.
20.
You're lying to me.
You can do this.
You're lying to me. 2-0. No,
Yeah.
0. I like that better.
Exactly. And, of course, I'm your host, as always, David Wood, and alongside me is this guy. And, of course, he is the general manager here at Clayton Homes Burleson. None better, Carl Nunn.
Howdy.
Yeah. Round of applause.
Man, I feel like it's been 2 weeks since I've been here.
It's been at least 3.
Maybe 3.
But
sorry about that.
Carl is back. And, of course, we've been super busy up here trying to help people get into new homes and experience what we call the American dream, which is what we're going to touch on here in just a little bit. Of course, I have to say that this show is focused on Clayton Energy Smart Zero Homes and the products that we sell here at Clayton Burleson, and of course help people. And then this show is also we do this so that we can give people a better insight on what the home industry and the home buying process is all about. But today we got to start off the right way. Tomorrow's a big day, Carl.
Man, happy birthday, America.
Happy birthday. And
right.
It is, of course, July 4th, my favorite holiday. Of course, you know, when I was young, my sister Donna, my older sister, used to tell me that July 4th was because it was her birthday.
Was it her birthday too?
It was her birthday, July 4th.
Man.
And so when I was little, I saw all the parades and all of the fireworks and everything. And I thought, man, my sister is really, really special. And
Popular.
she was. When it was my birthday, it was October 5th. You know what they do on October 5th, Carl?
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing. And sometimes my mom and dad would even forget the birthday cake and the ice cream.
Well, my birthday is
didn't invite anybody over.
June 21st,
Okay.
and it's the longest day of the year. And my mom always said it's always the longest day of the year when you come around, son.
No.
So I guess that counts.
She's listened to one of our podcasts.
That's it. Woo.
There we
Well,
go.
I tell you what, folks, these podcasts are fun. And the reason they're fun is because, you know, in a 30-second or 1 minute commercial, we're not able to talk to you or give you a lot of information in that short period of time. So this is kind of an open format. We encourage you guys to send us your questions,
Yes.
send us your the items that you want to talk about or questions that you may have and concerns you may have. If you've been shopping elsewhere and you're scared to death to go shop anywhere else,
And I won't blame you.
You can always come shop here, folks. We're easy to deal with, easy to ask questions. We're not going to twist your arm. And we really are here to help you out and help you achieve that American dream. That's really what we're going to talk about.
Carl, I've noticed you said something there. I wanted to take a little bit of time to talk about. You said that if you've been shopping elsewhere, you might not have felt, comfortable or anything else like that. Hey, folks, here I've shopped everybody else's dealerships and I've seen their salespeople and the people that they have working there. Here, we're a lot easier on the eyes too. We're just really attractive people. I've seen some of those other places.
Okay, David. That's a new angle. That's a new angle.
Absolutely. No, we want to talk about it. Of course, the American dream, what does it mean to you? Is it still home ownership? Is it still home ownership? I think it is because you want to own your own home. And there are so many more advantages to owning a home than leasing a home or an apartment or or, whatever out there. RVs. People are living in RVs nowadays, Carl.
This guy is a pro on the radio, so
Yeah.
I'm going to speak more conversationally. Yesterday,
Yeah.
you and I were in the pickup truck,
Mm-hmm.
and we had gone over to Chalet City, where we do have a new used,
Chalet City.
It's a used home that's new to us.
Where the grass is green and the girls are pretty.
And I will tell you this house will sell for less than $50,000.
Yes.
I haven't got my final numbers for the refurb on it yet, but it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, tape and texture, single
Gorgeous.
wide, on Swiss Circle.
Yeah.
In Chalet City. Great little location, quiet community. Man, I tell you what, affordable housing is where it's at, and that's about as affordable as you're going to get. And we were driving, and you remember what I said? Man, look at all those apartment buildings.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, it's just going to get worse. And I said, that's why it's important what we do, because affordable housing is where it's at. And your site built now, average cost $350,000, $400,000. And, that's not the American dream for a lot of people to spend that kind of money and be house poor. So we still offer the most affordable housing, square footage cost for the dollar that there is out there. And so we want you to come by, experience that. If you've never even looked at manufactured housing and never even considered that as an option, come by and see us.
Yeah, you'll be surprised.
You'll be real surprised.
I had some customers come in the other day and they said, yeah, we could probably buy a site-built home, but we're not going to be able to do anything else. We're going to be
That's right.
basically sitting there and staring at each other all the time because that's where all of their income, all their resources would go to is the monthly payment.
Yep.
And here, the same customer told me, they said, hey, this is just like, some of those custom homes that we've been looking at that are, $400,000, $500,000, $600,000.
And energy efficient wise, there's no way they can touch us.
No way.
There's
We've
no
talked
way,
about
folks.
it.
We're certified Energy Smart Zero. You're going to save 40 to 50% of your energy bills compared to, a regular site built house or a regular manufactured home. Energy Smart's great, but it's only going to save you about 20 to 30%. But that Energy Smart Zero marker, that designation of that house will save you 40 to 50% of your utility bills. You can afford more house, or you can afford more to spend on whatever you want to spend.
Yeah, because housing cost is more than just your monthly payment. It's also that electric bill, that water bill, and whatever else that you might want. I know I've got like 8 streaming services that I watch television on. So
Cancel some of those, buddy. Cancel them.
It can get costly up there. And speaking of cost, we wanted to touch base on a topic that we have we touched on it early on in one of our early episodes, but we wanted to revisit it because Clayton's very cognizant of it, and they've been talking about it on the national platform, and that is credit. We have multiple lenders that are resources that we have for you. Now, they're not for us, they're for you, the customer, to be able to get the right mortgage that fits your situation. And why do we offer so many different ones, Carl?
Well, a lot of folks will come in here sometimes and they'll say, well, I was online, I applied with Rocket Mortgage, or I applied with so-and-so lender.
Yeah.
Well, all those lenders are different and they have different loan products. And, any FHA lender will lend on a house that's already set up to FHA requirements and already sitting on a location. But if you're looking for a true land home package, you want to do a construction loan, then that's a very special loan product. It's something that's different than what you're going to find at your average bank. So that's called a one-time construction to permanent loan. You want to do that type of loan because it actually protects you. It also protects us as the builder because we only close one time and we're guaranteed to fund. On any other loan, you're going to have to close a construction loan. Then you have to start a new loan process for the final loan. And if anything happens in between that time, we lose a job, unfortunately something may happen to somebody, then we may not be able to fund. Now we have a house sitting on a piece of land that's not funded and nobody can take possession of it. So, there's a lot of pitfalls if we do loans that don't conform to FHA requirements, or we can do non-conforming loans too as well, which is private money. And we have banks that do that too as well. So you really need to come in and you need the expertise of somebody that's been doing this for, myself, 25 years, yourself, probably 20 plus years, probably longer than I have, probably.
It's been a while. I try to forget.
A long time. And then also not just us, the lenders that we use and the company you're talking about, Clayton Homes, been around since 1956. I mean, that's the kind of experience you're talking about. We do this every day. You can go other places and you can ask them, well, how many land home packages have you closed? And they look at you and go, well, a few. Let me see. Let me count on one hand. Guys, I can't even tell you how many we've closed. It's numerous.
Exactly.
And we do it all the time. And some of our lenders, we were their number one store last year for some of these lenders for these land home packages. So please understand that we do this every day. And that's what you're looking for. You want somebody that does this every day, somebody that understands it. We are a turnkey shop. And what I mean by that is you can come in. We can find a piece of property. We'll send a contractor out there to visit with you at that piece of property. We'll get a bid for everything that's going to be needed: driveway, septic, water lines, foundations, just about anything you can think of. And then you'll get a quote for that. So we'll put the price of the house, the price of the land, the price of the improvements, put it all together, send it to the lender, and get you a real number that you can make a real decision on. And then you can make that decision on real information.
Yeah.
And that real information is important. A lot of people can guess. We don't guess. We know.
And then we use those credit union lenders to your advantage, because each one of them is going to be able to offer different things for you and fit whatever customizes into your deal. You touched on something about experience. And, a lot of places can advertise, we've been in business for so many years, or we're the oldest, or we're the newest, or whatever. Here's the thing with Clayton. There's a lot of corporate training that we go through. There's a lot of stuff that is shared within the network of all of our dealers. So even if the building hasn't been here, since what was it,
1956,
56, the knowledge and the wealth of that knowledge is still shared through that period, through every member with Clayton. So I'm telling you, folks, I've been around a bit. I've been in the independent circuit, and I've been exposed to a lot of the other companies that are out there. And Clayton is where it's at because we resource each other and each other's network together. And that's going to help you on that credit side that we're talking about.
Well, we talked about this the other day. We're fortunate that we've been doing this in this industry for this long. But that also comes with the contacts that we have. And so, guys, if I don't know the answer to something, I pretty much know where I can call to get the answer. And that is so important. And I feel so blessed that I can do that with the contacts and the people that we've worked with over the years. Not only here at Clayton Homes, but also our contractors and also the lenders that we use. And here's something, I'll speak generically, but we have lenders that are Chevrolet lenders. They'll lend just about anything from poor credit to great credit. Then we have lenders that specialize for only people that have great credit. Well, with great credit comes less risk. With less risk comes a lower interest rate. Okay. Then we have some lenders that really focus on those folks that don't have that great credit. There's a little more risk involved. The interest rate may be a little bit higher, but guess what? You get approved.
Absolutely.
And you may not get approved elsewhere. And then I have some that are brokers that you'll send one application in and they'll look at it with 50, 100, 200 different lenders. And then they'll find the lender that gives you, the best deal. And so those lenders are very, very important. They're great partners with us. That's what they are. Because it's you and the lender and us. We provide the price of the house and all the turnkey operation. They provide the money. That's real important. They provide the money. That lender does. And then you're going to have to pay that lender back. And so we want to make sure that all the parameters are there for you, the down payment, the payment themselves, the interest rate, and that all that conforms with something that you can do. And they really want to set you up for success. The lenders all of them have different ratios, debt to income ratios, and what they'll allow you to purchase. And that's there to protect you folks. They don't want to repo a house. That's the last thing they want.
They've got all the experience to know, based on your debt to income ratio and based on your credit rating, where they need to fit you so that they can be comfortable loaning you the money, and you can be comfortable knowing that you can pay it back.
Right.
And regardless of when you plan to buy a home, one thing you should focus on right now is improving your credit score. If you feel like it's difficult to get a line of credit because you don't have any credit history, because we have credit programs for everybody, but you have to have a credit history. And for a lender to look at, you're not alone. So you can check these tips for building your credit score. And I wrote that down specifically. I wanted to read it, and I'm going to share it right here on the scroll down at the bottom. You can read it. go to that site right there. Clayton is using their resources again and giving you a lot of tips and a lot of information to help you before you enter the doors, before you come in here, before you fill out that application. Now, you can come out, look at the home, see where you're at there. You can even do a pre-approval and see what the lenders say where you are and what you need to do. You can get counseling that way. But you also go to this site right here, and it'll tell you, it'll give you some ultimate goals and an ultimate guide on how to get to where you want to be, so where you're going to get the very, very best mortgage possible for you.
Well, get mortgage ready, folks. And that's a fantastic resource. We also have an internal resource. It's Proline Credit Services. They can also help you.
Right here.
Folks, we had what I called a ghost. They came in the other day, no credit whatsoever on their file. And they were in their late 20s. They'd never bought anything on credit, didn't really understand credit. Within 30 days, that credit score was already in the mid 700s.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And that's because we know what we're doing. They know what we're doing. Proline Credit Service has been doing it for years. And here's the difference. They do it for you. They don't tell you what to do. They do it for you. It is a paid for service. You speak with them. They'll tell you what they think they can accomplish. You will get on a payment plan with them, and then they will actually do the work. They'll do the legwork and help you get your credit score up. We also have lenders that do offer that as a free service too, also as well. If you get pre-approved with a lender and you want to increase your credit score and get better terms, then they will help you through that process until you're mortgage ready, and then we can purchase a home. So you don't have to purchase the home immediately when you walk in the door. No. You may have a plan to do this 3 months, 6 months, a year later, but start now. If you start now, you'll accomplish the goal that you have for yourself and for your family to buy a new home.
Yeah, we share with everybody that comes through the door. This is the roadmap. We actually even show you that roadmap on where you need to go from step to step. And there's no rush. There's no hurry. You're not going to feel pressured. I guarantee it. But what we do want to do is make sure that we're giving you all the chances and the opportunities that you need to be able to put your best foot forward.
Yeah. Now, listen, we're closed tomorrow. We are going to celebrate.
We are closing.
I know. We are closing tomorrow.
You know what
so
it is? It's Happy Independence Day.
Our gracious company made the decision several years ago that they were going to listen to us, the employees, and we said we wanted to be off on the 4th. And so we're going to be off on the 4th. We're going to celebrate with our families the 4th, but we're going to be back here on Friday. And then on Saturday, the weather's going to be fantastic.
Open house.
And we're going to have an open house again. And we do open house on every nice weather Saturday. You can stop by to visit with us. You can sit down and ask questions of us. You can go out and walk through the houses. All the houses will be open for you to look at. They're air conditioned, and a lot of them are decorated.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. He says nice weather. 100 degrees, some people don't think it's nice weather, but here's the thing. All of our houses, we put air conditioning units in, and actually we've added to that this week.
That's right.
And there's actually some models out on the lot right now that you might not have seen. And we've got some other models coming right in behind it. So you owe it to yourself, if you haven't been in the last couple of months, to come out and check us out.
And we do have some here. We do have some here that can roll today.
Go bye-bye.
What I mean by that is most of the time you're coming in, and some of these factories are 4 to 6 weeks out. And some folks come in and they haven't really planned very well, and they put their house up for sale, and all of a sudden, guess what? It's sold.
It's old.
And so now they're panicking and trying to find a house, and we got them. And so, come by and tell us, hey, I can't wait. I got to have a house now. What you got? And we'll show you those houses specifically also as well. I did have a partner of ours that came through, one of our contracting partners yesterday that came through, American Steel Carports. I'll pitch them for you. Their headquarters are right here in Joshua, Texas, right close to Burleson. Yeah. And so we're working on a, let's just call it a carport promotion with them. Yes. And I'll probably be announcing that on our next podcast. He's supposed to be by here on Monday, but we may do a little carport action, a little incentive for you.
Yeah, and don't hold up till Monday. If that's something that appeals to you, you want an outbuilding,
come in, let's talk.
You want a carport, or come on in, because we've already got a little bit of an insight on what's going on. We just want to share it with all the rest of our team members here, and we want to get it ready so that we can get all of the details smoothed out.
And I'll give you some inspiration for that. I got in my car yesterday. The thermostat said 113 degrees. Yes. And I said, man, I wish I had a carport or something to park this car underneath.
Yep.
And I was like, you know what? I think our customers might like those
They
too.
sure would.
So we've been talking about that. Let me see what I can do. I want to work on them a little bit, try to get them a little bit down on the price, and we may throw that in for you.
Yes. We've got several programs.
That's right.
One of the programs I want to talk about right now, we're not going to go to break because we popped up the commercials before we came on. If you haven't seen those commercials, they're amazing. We'll play them at the end of the program today. But I want to talk about the Land It program. We've talked about it in the last couple of podcasts that we've done, but the Land It program, in case you have land that you have, mama's land, daddy's land that they're gifting to you, or a property that you just purchased or that you've had for a long, long time, and you're thinking about, hey, I need to put a house out there.
That's right.
Well, now's the time to do it. I mean, it is
definitely
no
better time.
A great program, and we've got a couple of things that we want to talk about that program, so that can kind of help urge you to come in and get started on this. Of course, Vanderbilt Mortgage, which is our partner company that we use, we have several different lenders, folks. We're not trying to rabbit hole anybody into any particular one. It's your choice of who you go through. But Vanderbilt's come out with an outstanding program here with the Land It program. And of course, they have all types of programs available.
That's right.
You even for great credit, we love great credit. But if you have the less than desirable credit, something less than perfect is what they call it. You have less than perfect credit. Don't let that deter you of coming in, because right now, this program and some of their other programs are amazing. And talk about that, Carl.
Well, this program, and I'm going to hold this up. I know you probably can't see it from that far away. You probably could look at it, but Vanderbilt Mortgage Company, an affiliate lender of ours, and this is a program that they're offering. Now, there's also other lenders that are offering other programs too.
Similar.
They're very similar. So on that program, they will do I-10, which is a what?
That is not a social security card.
Not a social security number.
If you are in the
correct.
process of getting your citizenship here, sometimes they'll give you an I-10 number, and that I-10 number designates you to the federal registry, so to speak, so that you can pay in your taxes.
So when you come in, hablamos español. We do speak Spanish here as well. We have a Spanish speaker, both Carl, which is me, and we have Raul also, who can speak Spanish. And here's the big thing. If you own property or have land that you can put up that somebody else is willing to gift you or give you, then essentially you have a loan.
Yeah. And you can use that land value as your down payment. So if you haven't saved up your own down payment, you can actually use that land value as your down payment. And it's a great opportunity for fresh start customers. Those are customers that, again, have less than perfect credit or very little credit. It also, you can roll in a lot of the cost for any improvements that need to be done to that property. Oh, David, this land is so old. Last time they had it on here, it was a 1920 house that we demolished a couple of years ago, or it still needs to be demolished.
Yeah.
We can actually demolish it and put a new one.
Here's the big thing. Okay. This is huge, and you really need to come in and discuss it with us. Okay. There is no minimum appraised value on your property.
Right.
You can have a very small, I want to say, quarter acre tract of property that you're on, a sliver.
Yeah.
And you can put a house on it, guys.
Yep.
There's no minimum credit score. All you have to do is be able to pay for the note, which is based on your debt to income ratio. And we can finance the septic. We can finance other things that you may need, other improvements that you may need, all into the loan with zero down. So you don't have to have any money to get into this type of loan.
Right.
All you have to have is a piece of land. Yep. And that's all you got to have.
And that can be a 50 by 100 lot.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Whatever the situation is, come out and deal with us on this. We'll get you in the best situation.
Yeah.
And like he said, we have several lenders. Vanderbilt's one of them. We've got others that have similar programs. Every customer is different, and every lender is different, and they're all tailored.
This was called Land It. They're called Land Smart, Land Plus. There's a bunch of different ones out there. But this is a phenomenal program, guys. So understand again, if you have land, okay, then you could possibly be in a new home with zero down and finance all the improvements also as well. Fantastic. So if you've ever even thought about it, then this is the time to do it.
Yep.
So come in, visit with us, ask questions. We'll explain more information to you. Make sure you're comfortable with the program. And if that's what you want to do, then we'll move forward and get you a new home. And then no better time than this Saturday, really.
Yeah.
It's a great time to come by.
Saturday's a great time to come by. Now, listen, you're going to be all wore out. You're celebrated out. You've got all of the firecrackers popped. You've got all of the
families hopefully gone home.
All the families out of there, so you don't have to put up with them anymore.
That's right.
And listen, let's just be honest here, folks. There's nothing to watch at the movies nowadays. Nothing. So come on out on Saturday. Spend a little bit of time with us. We'll give you some refreshment, and we'll speak to you really, really nicely. If you want to just walk around, you can do that as well.
That's right.
But we're here to take care of you, and we've got programs to also take care of you. That's for sure. I can't get away on this podcast without talking about the trade-in, trade-up program. I got to put this up here because
that used home, folks. It's over there at Chalet City. We talked about it a little while ago.
Chalet City.
That was someone who traded their older home in, bought a newer home in a different community.
Yep.
And we spiffed up and painted and cleaned up their old house. And we're offering it to you guys. And that's a great opportunity for someone who can't afford a new home to at least purchase a home and start building equity. They could later trade that same house back in on another house if they wanted to.
And here's another great thing, Carl.
Mm-hmm.
This home that we're selling isn't just a single wide home.
Oh, no.
This is a 16 by 80, and it is tape and textured.
Yes.
Tape and textured. And the rooms are good size.
It's a Palm Harbor.
Palm Harbor.
That. It's a Palm Harbor, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, tape and texture home. You know, folks, and to get in there for less than $50,000 with park rent and all, you're talking
whoa.
A family.
Let's just say less than 60.
Well,
let's just say less.
I'm going to try less than 50. These guys are always trying to sell them for higher, but I'm going to try to keep it under 50, folks, if I can do that. And then that's a chance for a family to live in Crowley, Texas, nice location, quiet community, and be able to do that for $1,100 a month, maybe.
You can't get that anywhere.
No, you can't. This
house is 1,200 square foot, right at 1,200 square foot, and you've got a new flooring, new fresh paint,
new carpet, new
we
lino,
put blinds in.
Blinds.
It is going to be super clean because we're going to get our expert cleaning agent. That's what I like to call
Bertha.
it. We're going to get Bertha to come out there. And while we're mentioning our team members, let's talk about them. Sales manager extraordinaire Benton Weed. I have it on good authority. He's going to be here Saturday.
He said he would.
He's going to be here.
He's got family in town, so he took today off. Well, today's regular day off, Wednesdays. Then the 4th were closed. He took a paid time off day, a vacation day for Friday, and so he's going to want to be here on Saturday. He's going to
Carl, what he told me,
get away from the family.
What he told me Friday was for. He said recovery day. I don't know what that means, but he just said recovery day.
There you go.
And of course, we've got Raul, and Raul is here now. I'm not allowing him to get too close to me today, but he's here, and he's habla de español.
He hablas Espanol, and he was under the weather for a little bit, but I think he's back and hopefully in full stride. So y'all come in. He'll be here Saturday. Dave will be here Saturday. Jason will be here Saturday. I'll be here Saturday.
Yeah.
I've been out of commission, folks. My poor dad, love him to death. He's been sick and in the hospital, and so I've kind of been in and out the last couple of weeks trying to tend to him. And, thank God that he's okay. He was a little dehydrated and a little confused, and got him some IVs and antibiotics, and he's back at the VA home now. And I want to thank him for his service and all the friends that he's got out there at the VA home, and he's back there now in Tyler, Texas. And so I'm back here in Burleson, Texas, and we're just excited about the rest of the year. We had 3.5 months of rain, and we're playing catch up now. We warned you that this was going to happen.
Yeah.
We're extremely busy now because we're doing double duty, folks. We're trying to catch up on all the houses. We have 21 houses we're having to catch up on right now and get done real quick. And we are going to get them done real quick because we've got great weather right now. Great meaning dry, not necessarily great. It's hot out there, folks. But we're going to catch up on that. Plus, we're going to have all the new business we have coming in. And this is the best time of the year to buy, folks. This is the busiest time of the year for us. You need to get in line for some of these factory backlogs.
Yeah, get in line as early as possible
Yeah.
so that you can get your home as quickly as possible.
Yeah, and we do have a few here that we can sell off the lot, but that's typical anywhere you go. You're going to have to order a home. They're not going to have houses sitting in the lot typically, and so no matter where you go, you got to keep that in mind. Now is the time to do it. You can't wait. If you wait, you're going to be looking at December, January of next year before you can get a home. If you start today.
And if you mention this podcast,
Only if you mention this
podcast. Now, we normally say a free washer and dryer, but I'm just going to tell you, if you mention the podcast, we're going to go to Carl. We're going to twist his arm, both of them, and we're going to get you a very, very special gift.
Talk to me.
Very, very special gift for your new home upon delivery of your new home.
Talk to me.
If you don't need a washer and dryer. Well, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. That's just a tease.
Didn't we already talk about it?
It's called a tease.
Did we talk about it?
We talked about it.
All right.
Yeah,
after our meeting on Monday, we'll give you more information.
Absolutely. And I'm telling you, folks, you want to jump in. I can't stress it enough, and I don't want to sound like a salesperson, but I will tell you that what Carl said is 1,000% true. Now is the best time to get into a new home. And people saying, well, it's an election year and the rates might drop and, no. Let me tell you something. You can refi these homes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can refinance these homes if that rate gets lower. But one thing you can't do is get a better price. And
no, the prices come down.
I've been in this industry for a long time, and I've only seen them go up. I've never seen them go down. Well, they might fluctuate a little bit.
During the pandemic, guys, prices went up 20, 30, 40%. They've come down some, so you might be surprised, but I don't think they're going to stay here very much longer. So if you want to come in, get in line, we price guarantee. What does that mean to you guys? Once you come in and give a deposit on that house, even if the prices start going back up again, you will be locked into the price that we spoke at closing or when you came in and gave us your deposit. Okay, folks, nobody else does that.
And that happened recently.
Oh, yeah. No, during the pandemic, for sure. There's a lot of folks that went elsewhere to purchase the home, and it was a month or two or three between the time that they came in and gave their deposit on the home and the home arrived from the factory, and the prices and the material costs skyrocketed during that time, and people were going to closing at $15,000, $20,000, and $30,000 more than what they had agreed upon. And unfortunately, some of the dealers don't tell you that until you get to the closing table. Mm-hmm. But we price guarantee here. Some of our factories really took a hit because we price guaranteed, and they were buying materials at the going rate, and the materials went up, and they took the hit. We took the hit as Clayton Homes because we think it's the right thing to do. And so we will price guarantee. So come in now. Let's go ahead and price guarantee, get you in line. And then when we do deliver your house, you know exactly what you're going to pay for it. And you're going to get the best financing that's available with all these programs that we're offering you also as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, come on down, and happy Independence Day. Carl, you going to do anything special?
I'm going to do the same thing we normally do. You ready for this? I am going to go to the movies on July 4th.
Oh, what are you going to watch?
I'm going to go see Bad Boys for Life.
Uh-huh.
We're going to go downtown Fort Worth to the Studio Movie Grill, and we're going to go into the late afternoon movie. And I usually go to the very top of the parking garage, and I find a great spot up there. And then as soon as the movie's out, usually about 10 or 15 minutes after the movie's out, I can go up there and drop the tailgate to my truck, sit on the back of my tailgate, and then all the Fort Worth fireworks start up, and I get to watch the fireworks show from a perch way up on top of one of the parking garages.
That sounds cool.
I get to validate my ticket since I watched the movie, so I ain't got to pay for my parking spot.
And you don't have to watch the movie. Trust me, you can sleep through it.
Oh, you could. You could possibly sleep through it. If it ain't no good, I will sleep through it. But old Mark Lawrence and Will Smith getting a little bit older. Yeah. So I don't know how that one's going to go. I'll let you know. We'll do a movie review next on our next podcast. We've been doing that for years, guys. That's a kind of little family tradition. We all go to the movies together, and I park at the top of that parking garage, which is a great view of the fireworks in downtown Fort Worth. And sometimes it's been a dud. Last year, year before last is when they had the big explosion out there, and they had to call off the fireworks. But after the fireworks are over, I get out of that parking garage. I'm already away from the big crowds, and I get out of town and go home and, get a good night's sleep in there, and I'm back to work on Friday. So we're open Friday. We're open Saturday. Come see us.
And folks, if you need, again, remember that credit. I did give that website out. You can scroll back and look because it's down at the bottom of the screen. Go visit that site if you have any questions about that. And happy Independence Day.
Happy Independence Day. Happy July 4th, folks.
And we will see you next time right here on Experience the Burleson Difference. Until then, God bless. We'll see you down the road.